5 goals in 2 games. Manchester United acted early for Rasmus Hojlund due to increased interest. Manchester United contacted his manager last night to sign Atlanta striker Rasmus Hojlund amid growing interest in his services. The 20-year-old signed for the Serie A outfit from Sturm Graz last summer, and he has been a regular starter for them since the turn of the year. The Danish player contributed 8 goals in 2023 and now marks his national team with 5 goals in just 2 matches. Hojlund bagged a stunning hat-trick in his maiden start against Finland in midweek. He added another 2 goals to his tally against Kazakhstan today. The 20-year-old has been likened to Manchester City's Erling Braut Haaland and definitely has the potential to reach those heights in the coming seasons. According to the News of the Sun newspaper, it is said that Manchester United contacted their representative last night for Rasmus, whom Ten Hag said, "We should definitely get it." We all know how well Ten Hag knows the youth. If Ten Hag wants a player that badly, he definitely has a lot of potential. In the continuation of the news, it was written that the representative said that Rasmus could be transferred for a price of around €50 million. The 20-year-old has been likened to Manchester City's Erling Braut Haaland and definitely has the potential to reach those heights in the coming seasons. Similar to Haaland, Hojlund is a fast-paced left-footed forward. He is a very dangerous striker with excellent vision and finishing in the penalty area. According to the British media, Manchester United management wants to go to Italy this week and end this transfer quickly. Personal terms won't be a concern, as Hojlund has confessed that he is a huge United fan. 23 games in 83 days, Bruno Fernandez has now played over 2,000 minutes in 2023. Manchester United midfielder Bruno Fernandez has been one of the most active players of 2023, currently playing over 2,000 minutes for club and country in the calendar year. The Portuguese have had an undisputed start to the number 10 role for United this season, only missing 2 games against Aston Villa and Charlton Athletic due to penalties. Hence, he has shown exceptional fitness levels over a hectic campaign, but this has not hampered his performances. His form has been particularly impressive since the turn of the year. Fernandez put on a stunning performance in 2010 in 23 games in 83 days. This is a truly admirable statistic, given that the quarterback is giving his best in almost every game. The Portuguese will be relieved for a few days now, and he will definitely need it, considering that United can play 19 games from today until the end of the season. Manchester United are scouting 23-year-old Italy international playing in Serie A. Manchester United sent scouts for Sassuolo to watch midfielder Davide Fratisi. According to La Gazzetta dello Sport, Manchester United sent their watchers to keep an eye on Sassuolo midfielder Davide Fratisi. The Red Devils could make a move for the Italian international next summer. The 23-year-old signed a new deal with Sassuolo last year, but their determination will be tested after the end of this season. Fratisi is a central midfielder by trade who can operate as an attacking midfielder too. The former Roma player has scored 6 goals in 28 appearances in all competitions so far this season. He possesses great pace and the ground coverage ability for a box-to-box midfielder. He is also an excellent passer of the ball, has a good shot in him, and can dribble past people in tight spaces. Fratisi has the makings of a sensational player. His attributes and personality suit United's style of play under Ten Hag. Zidane Iqbal shows his class despite Iraq suffering 2-0 defeat against Russia. Manchester United's young player, Zidane Iqbal, played 90 minutes for Iraq, where he lost 2-0 to Russia. Against the backdrop of extremely limited playing time under Ten Hag, Iqbal reminded supporters just what he is about and what he can do when given the opportunity. His display during the international break could persuade Ten Hag to afford him more appearances this season. Eric Bailly could stay at Manchester United this summer after failed loan spell. Eric Bailly thought he would leave Manchester United after joining Olympique Marseille on a season loan deal last summer. But the 28-year-old may stay at Old Trafford as the transfer to Stade Velodrome didn't go as planned. Marseille had an obligation to buy Bailly with conditions but may not sign him permanently as he's low down the pecking order. The Ivorian player has made 17 appearances in all competitions for Marseille this season, but has only started in half of the available matches. Bailey has endured injury problems, a lengthy suspension in stiff competition for a regular spot at centre-back, so it's little wonder he's started only 4 league games for his new club. Foot Mercato even believe Marseille are limiting his playing time to avoid having to sign him in the coming months. They are second in League One and have the record for third-best defense this season, so it's unlikely that Igor Tudor will replace a winning team. Bailey has started only 1 league game since the beginning of January, losing 3-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. His contract expires in 2024, so the Red Devils might want to make money off Bailey while he still has value, rather than lose it for nothing next year. Manchester United goalkeeper Dean Henderson has accepted that his Old Trafford career is over. Nottingham Forest goalkeeper Dean Henderson, currently on loan from Manchester United, has come to terms with the fact that he has no future at the Theatre of Dreams. This is reporting that, according to Pete O'Rourke of Football Insider, the Englishman is now almost certain he will seek a permanent exit from United. Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur lead the pack for English clubs keen on Henderson's services between the sticks. With De Gea locked in negotiations over a new deal that would keep him at Old Trafford for longer and United actively searching for another goalkeeper, Henderson faces an uphill battle to establish himself in Ten Hag's team. He is one player from whose sale United can make money that can then be added to the transfer kitty. His public outbursts also don't help his cause. Manchester United were interested in Mitrovic before red card incident. Manchester United have reportedly been one of several top teams keeping tabs on Fulham's Alexander Mitrovic, who may have scuppered his chances of a big money move after his FA Cup outburst. The Serbia international is finally making a consistent mark in the Premier League after a few hit-and-miss seasons, spearheading Fulham's charge towards an unfancied European place. Mitrovic has scored 11 goals in 21 Premier League games this season, with Marco Silva's men in 9th place, just 3 points behind the top 6. However, Mitrovic was involved in an ugly incident with referee Chris Kavanagh during the Cottagers' recent FA Cup quarter-final loss to Man United, who came from behind to win 3-1 at Old Trafford. While the 28-year-old scored the goal in the 50th minute, Brazilian player Bruno Fernandez was leveled from the penalty spot and received a red card with Willian's hand. In response, an infuriated Mitrovic shoved Kavanagh and was immediately sent off alongside manager Silva, as the 9 men of Fulham crashed out in unsavory circumstances. At a time when the prospect of a lengthy ban looms, the Daily Star claims that Mitrovic may have ended his hopes of playing for the Red Devils, who had lost interest in the aftermath of the fights. The report adds that Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea and even Barcelona have been keeping tabs on Mitrovic's glittering campaign, but none of those clubs would have been left impressed with his outburst either.